Okay guys, so we're back now with our sim that we just created, and his name's going to be Drake Masterson. Now the story behind Drake Masterson, he's just a young guy who's going to move to the big city, who's just an inspiring artist. And we're just going to move him into one of those apartments and kind of get him started in his little career. But I am going to kind of show you guys what I put, like his traits and stuff like that, just in case you guys ever ask, like, what do you do, like, what'd you put on him to make him so artsy or whatever. But his personality is pretty simple. Down here, he's just his aspiration is the creativity one. And then you go in there and you pick the painter extraordinary or extraordinaire. Sorry, I don't know why I zoned out. The painter extraordinaire, not extraordinary. But then I also made him creative, an art lover, and active. Now the reason I made him active, I know probably people are going to be wondering, like, hey, like, Nick, why'd you make him active, and this, that, the other thing. And just by past playing the Sims, like Sims 4 and like other characters I have ever made, I realized that if you don't focus on like your activity, you don't keep them actually physically active, like working out, going on jogs, doing push-ups and all that stuff, they do tend to gain a decent amount of weight. And I kind of made the character how I made him, so I want him to kind of stay that type of build. Nothing against anything else, but it's just the fact that I just have my idea in my head of how I want him to look. So this is kind of how he's gonna look for now. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So we're gonna kind of jump into it, and you guys are gonna realize that I am playing on the Xbox One, and the Xbox One is a lot harder to play on than like console and stuff. Not console, I'm sorry, PC. And that's just because the cursor in the like on Xbox or any console is just so hard to move, and it's just so touchy, and the game lags a decent amount. So hopefully, like later on in my career, like as I continue on with the gaming and recording and stuff, I do plan on getting a PC, and I do plan on playing a lot of PC games. So maybe when I get that, I'll try to get Sims on the PC and be able to record some better content than what I think I can put out now. But anyway, we are going to jump into it, and let's see how this all goes. Alright, so clearly you guys can, just by looking at what I have, you guys will see like what kind of add-ons I have, like extension packs and stuff like that. We are going to be living in the big city though, like I said, because that's Drake's goal. He's a young guy wanting to live in the big city. So if you guys have never seen The City Living, which is okay if you haven't, but this has been out for a decent amount of time, so if you have, then sorry. But there are a couple places you can live. You got the lively neighbors. But I'm just going to kind of go through them. So each thing comes with its own trait. So each apartment will have its trait. So this one needs some TLC. This one just has lively neighbors. Now, when you do play this and you have the lively neighbors, it is such a pain because there will be some neighbors who just do not care. Like, you will go to, like, you'll go in there and you'll try to go to sleep, and then they get mad at you because you're trying to sleep, and then they yell at you. And it's mainly these people, whoever lives in that household. That's the household that always gives me trouble. So I'm going to try to stay away from this complex. But all these other complexes are actually pretty nice. I've never actually lived here. I've always lived in either the down in the fashion district or up in the art district. Now the problem with the art district is if I do want to live here, I'm going to have to pay a lot of money. The weekly rent is $1,200. So that's the only problem with that. So maybe later on in the game, we'll try to move there, like later on in the career. So I think, just because this is a new video and a new little thing I'm trying to start doing, I think we're going to try to do everything new. So I'm going to move into an apartment that I've never been and never lived in, and I think we're going to move into 2B James and Suites. But the problem with it's mainly for if you have kids and stuff, but that's okay. I'm glad it has good schools and everything, but we're going to try to turn this into a little bachelor pad. Alright guys, so we are here and we are now at our new apartment. Don't forget to pay your rent. Yeah, okay bud. Literally just moved in. You don't have to bug me about the rent already. Alright. So, this is kind of the layout of the apartment. So we're gonna definitely fix some things real quick. Just stuff that I know that I want in the house. So we're just gonna pause real quick. Some things I know I want in my house. And some things, obviously, we don't need in the house. So we're going to actually probably change this. Let's go into the build mode. We're probably going to change the kid room into our art room. Just because Drake, obviously, is going to need a place to paint. So we're just going to get rid of this. Get rid of some stuff here. And we're just going to, yeah, turn it into the little art gallery. I don't really like the colors on the walls in the main room, but guess we'll leave it for now. It's gonna be a very boring type art gallery now that I'm kind of looking at it. But maybe we'll throw in some chairs or something. Try to liven it up a little bit so it's not too gloomy. See what I mean by how sensitive it is? Yeah, that's just going to be the art room for now. As we go on, we'll add some new stuff. We'll fix some things. Now, one thing I do recommend if you do ever play the city pack, my thing is I don't really have my sim talk to people that much. I know it kind of sounds messed up and all, but I don't really have them talk to people that much. So I always try to buy the the potty mouth, just because it's one of those toilets is, well, the reason I like this toilet the most is because you can actually talk to it. You can have a full on conversation with it, and it actually boosts your like when your sim's not social enough and it's upset, it actually will boost it for you and make your sim a little bit happier. But yeah, that's the main reason I use that, just because my sim, when I play sims, I kind of focus on my career. I try to get them up as quick as I can and make them as much money as I can kind of quickly. So I kind of lose track of actually getting to talk to people and stuff like that. But, yeah, no, definitely I would definitely get that toilet, just because it is very helpful when it comes down to it and your sim does start getting lonely. And if you don't have time to actually go out and talk and go into the city and stuff like that, your sim is gonna get very depressed about all of that, and you don't really want that. So you want your sim to be as happy as he or she can be. So I'm just doing a little bit of redecorating. I'll probably fast forward some of this for you guys because I know some people don't really like watching people build. And if you do, then stick around. The only problem I'm going to have with this is it's going to be right next to my bathroom. And we're also not going to use any cheat codes, so no matter what happens with money situation, we're not going to use any cheat codes, because I don't like that. I think that is kind of a cheat way out. You don't have cheats in real life. You can't just wish upon money and have it come to you unless you win the lottery. But I'm going to see if there's anything else maybe I can upgrade in the... Yeah, let's try to upgrade the appliances real quick. When I got the apartment, I actually started off with $11,000. I didn't really realize I had that much. So I'm going to try to put a decent amount of stuff in here just to make my guy, or just to make Drake as happy as he can be. But yeah, as the series goes on, if you guys want to see Drake maybe even find his true love, let me know. I'll definitely try to get him out there so he's not just a sad mess just talking to a toilet. Now that I think about actually talking to the toilet, that's just an awkward thing. But yeah, so if you guys want to see Drake actually get a girlfriend, maybe a wife, maybe have some kids, let me know. We'll definitely try to put that all into play. Alright, so I think we're good now. So I'm just going to play a little bit in this first episode. Maybe definitely get Drake his job. Probably play until he goes to work for his first day, and then after he goes to work, we'll probably end the episode there. But I'm gonna try to post maybe twice a day or maybe every day, like one video every day. But I don't want to overwhelm you guys with a bunch of painting. So the one thing I want to teach tell you guys is if you don't know how The Sims works, or you're trying to ever figure out how to get a promotion, you can't figure out why you're not getting promoted quick enough. So in the job, like if you go down to where your job is and tells you all about it, they do have the promotion requirements, and it says the ideal mood is they want you to be inspired when you go. Another thing that I really think helps when you go to get a promotion is to do the daily tasks. I know the daily tasks are kind of time consuming, but I definitely recommend doing them just because it will help you out in the long run and definitely help you with the promotion boosts. If you guys don't like the layout of my house too, let me know, and I'll try to maybe relay it out or redesign it. If you guys ever want to see a video like that, just let me know too. I'm not too great at building yet, so if you guys have any ideas on how to make it better, how to fix something, that'd be cool to hear from you guys. I love watching The Sims grow when they build, because right now he is building what looks to be like a choo-choo train going off the tracks with crayons. But I know in the long run it's not going to be that. And if it is, then it's definitely a masterpiece. But I think painting on the side, no matter what career you have, I think if you teach your sim how to paint, it is one of the best ways to help you financially. Just because you can make so much money just by painting quick and selling your paintings. Definitely, like if you're in a hole or you're afraid that you're going to lose money, I would definitely, it is a choo-choo train. I would definitely paint. Or learn like one of the instruments and stuff, because then you could play like the instruments in the street, and people can give you like the tips, and people will give you tips and stuff. But we have our new neighbors. Now, let's go greet them, see what they're all about. I know there's some neighbors in these areas that are very, very bossy and mean. Another thing too is, in the city life, they love to bring, I'm going to pause it real quick, they love to bring this gourmet fruitcake. As soon as you get this, and it's going to sound really, really rude, but as soon as they give you this fruitcake, throw it in the garbage. Because every time I've played, my sim will put it in the fridge, and then when he gets hungry, he'll eat it as a leftover. And every time, and I'm not joking, every time he eats it, whatever crazy neighbor he has, it always makes him feel sick. It always makes him in such a terrible mood, and then everyone's mad, and then he's mad, and he's just having a bad day. So when people actually show up, actually, before we even do that, before they get mad at us, we should probably invite them in.